On Kerrigan's return to Faze, he made a promise to Rain that within a year, Faze would win a trophy. That year was up, and Faze found themselves in the grand finals of IEM Katowice. The circumstances of how they found themselves there were anything but ordinary, but here they were, 3 maps away from winning the trophy that Kerrigan had promised. Despite being in the finals, Faze was anything but full strength. JKS was a stand-in for Faze throughout this event, initially for Ops, but now for Rain, who tested positive for COVID ahead of the playoffs. JKS, who, despite previously being a top 20 ranked player in the world, was currently teamless. He was given an opportunity to show that he could still play at the highest level, and ahead of this final, he hadn't disappointed.
With the smoke having just gone out as well, they used their second. Oh, JKS lights them up and sticks their heads on spear.
Kill as a result. Now the bomb plant, but no smoke. No one even considered the second lane, and JKS with 2 making a third as he capitalizes on the.
Shock's gonna step up to the plate, 1 versus 3. Clutch attempt for him, and he doesn't even get the first one. JKS 15 and 3.
And he can't afford to follow up. Oh dear, they're out wide. JKS low down and savagery on the site as he follows up with a 4th attack, so trapped in middle, and Faze a one-way ticket to a 6th round.
While JKS was being the dream stand-in, Brokey was having the tournament of his career. When he signed with Faze, the hope was that he would be an immediate star and help an aging super team. But it wasn't until the end of 2021, and the months leading up to Katowice, that he would come into the dangerous form that was showcased at this event.
He knows they're in connector. He's got another one. Brokey taking over this round. Bomb is in front of him. What a great flick. That's Shock's in a 4th as well. Brokey, that's an 8.
Into a 2-on-3 with the bomb down. They all had to watch as Rops had his moment. Now it's their time to shine. Brokey, a 3rd in the round. And he's out of there, not fighting for this Ruins control any longer. Him and Twists looking to play it together. Gambit, this is very slow. This is very labored. This is wasting a lot of time. And Brokey's on for the ace. 4 out of 5 ain't bad, but there's the 5th.
Away, Jack's missed his chance, but there's the push. There's the star factor. Nico getting aggressive. Nito's gonna sneak back into the bomb site. Monacy's gonna rotate over, and that kills everything for Hunter. One more coming up mid. That's Brokey to fall, and Hunter's gonna go down right at the end. Good shot from JKS, but this round is out of control, out of contention. And that's 6 for G2.
As the nades land, Rop's able to get Monacy as well, but they haven't found Hunter in the corner, and this is a problem because the rotations from B. Alexis down toward top middle. Hunter getting the last but one to find.
The first half for Faze was a non-starter. Every member on Faze, including Brokey, seemed flat. Faze had been outplayed throughout the entirety of this game, and outside of a few individual performances from Faze, it was the G2 show. And going into the second half, down 7 rounds, it was looking grim for Faze.
Doesn't look left, Twist up top, he's got the head.
Oh, for it. He spotted Hunter, thankfully, and rather was not spotted in return. Just wants to get the AWP further
He's gonna
back.
Go for it now.
I think he's expecting that he's going to be
He's got a 1-on-1. Nico's already bailed out.
Do this. He actually could sneak in on it. He's got a kid to play with. There's still enough time on this bomb, and he's got the AK. With that single kill, he's going to work his way toward the site. Monacy as well, already looking to get down toward top middle. JKS could be sneaking in completely undetected. Monacy spots him, comes back in, and now the fight ensues, and now the time will run out. JKS, I think, goes down with this bomb as well. He's going to try to run. You got to admire the effort, but unfortunately...
Despite Faze winning 3 early rounds in the second half, it was still all G2, as they continued what they started during the first half, getting to match point up 15-7. All G2 needed was 1 more round to take map 1. But that didn't happen. With their backs against the wall and staring down an impossible task, Kerrigan and Faze fought back, and soon were within 4 rounds of forcing overtime. For Kerrigan, this position was all too familiar for him.
Stewie's on his own, but look at the time! Look at the time, there's 7 seconds to got the bomb! They're trying to build pyramids, but there's no more play! Stewie's won the round! We're going to overtime!
Talbot have done it! How have they done that? They came back all the way!
But for Kerrigan, this bitter memory was the reminder that this game wasn't over. And it gave him the confidence to know that they could win from this position. Round by round, Faze began their climb. And with some clutch moments from their entire roster, they soon were 1 round away from forcing overtime. And during the entirety of this comeback, Rops was leading the way.
away from a tie game.
Oh, that's so dangerous.
Rops had left Mouse to join Faze just a month after Kerrigan had done the same. The two of them had already played together for 2 years, and now, after a year together on Faze, Rops and Kerrigan had weaponized their synergy. Over those 3 years together, they had developed this trust in each other, and Kerrigan had learned when to put Rops in the right places at the right times.
But that's crumbling as well.
Rops is in a huge amount of trouble. He's going to try and take matters into his own hands. Couldn't find the second shot fast enough, but Jax, he drops in. Oh, talk about an Estonian. Talk about a superstar. Talk about the elite. Rops is on a romp, and we're going to overtime, baby.
Faze did the impossible. They completed the 8-round comeback and then didn't stop there. They continued their winning ways by winning the next 4 overtime rounds to bring it to 12 straight. Faze had completed one of the most impressive comebacks ever, and it was only map 1.
As he gets taken out, that nade is well placed from the grave, not going to matter. It's over. Has Faze somehow turned this back?
Okay, now it's a problem.
Massive problem. Twist needs to hit these shots as well. He's getting tapped. He gets 2, making a third. Finds Twist, and you better hope he arrives, because that's exactly what G2 need, but he's gone in this round as Kerrigan comes back in.
The series continued to Mirage, where Faze continued their winning ways as they jumped out to a 7-0 lead. While G2 was able to stop the bleeding, Faze would earn themselves an 11-4 lead going into the second half. It was now G2's turn to climb the mountain.
I don't think he's aware of it. Jumping in, and Kerrigan's going to look up. He can hear him, and he'll finish him off. We've got the exact same scoreline we did on Inferno, but this time it's Faze well in the lead. Wouldn't be an ace this time, but I would say it's almost more difficult. Hunter's going to shut him down.
And climb they did. After forfeiting match point to Faze, G2 played 5 straight rounds of all or nothing CounterStrike to bring the series to its second overtime.
To the open, Kerrigan gets the kill clean, but Monacy comes right back into the picture, and it's Kerrigan that has to hold it. He can't. Monacy's got overtime. How are we doing this again? How are we going the distance once more?
For overtime, each team gets 3 rounds on both CT and T side. In order to win, you need to win 4 rounds. Through 2 overtimes, it was back and forth, and while Faze was on match point, G2 didn't flinch and easily converted the rounds needed to continue the game each time. However, going into the 3rd overtime, G2 was the one to hold match point, and Faze would have to play from behind, something they hadn't done all game.
Here comes the retake utility. Nico's waiting for the hop out. So many advantages. Jax is waiting for contact. He's going to swing as soon as a shot is fired. Oh, there it is. Nico goes down. Jax hasn't swung, but Monacy's got the angle, and there we go for G2.
Even with their backs against the wall, Faze pushed the game to a 4th overtime, and then again to a 5th.
As he gets around the other side of the market, Hunter gets away. Brokey finds him with the AWP, and Twist gets the round. We are done. No, excuse me, not done. 27-27, and this game continues to go on.
4 overtimes had come and gone, and neither team wanted to budge. But something had to give. Somebody had to step up. Kerrigan had now seen 27 rounds of G2 defense, and had finally found their weakness: pace. Kerrigan threw out his playbook, and instead of concise, pre-practice plays, he had them overwhelm G2 with absolute force and speed. And they won all 3 rounds on T-side.
He needed to look when he came back outside, and Alexi B, yeah, this one's, I'm sorry, Mr. In-Game Leader for G2, you're going to have to come up with something else. This one's done. They do sweep the T-side 30-27, and they just need one more round.
Kerrigan on catwalk, and Brokey is going to slide into the bomb site. He goes down, but Kerrigan's still alive. He's going to pick another one off, and now tuck yourself into the corner. See if you can buy time for your teammate. It's a 2-on-2. And of course, Kerrigan's going to get aggressive. No way, Monacy's caught him.
I think he saw the bomb. He wanted to go for the bomb, so he puts the smoke.
JKS had been playing with Faze now for just over 2 weeks, and he'd been asked to not only fill in for Rain, but for Rops as well. Not only had he fulfilled those roles, but he had exceeded the expectations of what is asked of a stand-in. And now, after 58 rounds, he would send Faze to Dust 2, up 2-0.
All the play that he needs, flash and a nade, as well as the defuse kit. Jumping across, he'll start making noise. His position's given up, but Alexi B has been very disciplined in this situation. Quick tap, falls off, and he falls the wrong way, so as not to be spotted. Alexi B just waits it out, but JKS has it. Does he have the time, though? It's going to be so close, absolutely. Faze have won map 2, and they'll go up 2-0 in this series.
That is unbelievable. The standard. What can this man not do for Faze?
Game 3 was perhaps the closest game in regulation during this whole series. Neither team had an outstanding lead at any point. There were no crazy comebacks or thrown leads, but it was entirely close the whole way. Despite the game being one round away from going into overtime at its conclusion, it felt almost certain that Faze was going to win. These two teams had put on a series the likes of which we probably won't see for the rest of the year. And you could argue it's one of the all-time greats. But as much as we, the spectators, won't forget this series, perhaps to the players, this is the crowning moment of their careers. Kerrigan had finally claimed what he thought was rightfully his in 2018. Brokey proved that he could be the star that people thought he would be when he joined Faze, earning a tournament MVP alongside lifting the trophy. And JKS, the stand-in, became the first Australian-born player to win an IEM event ever. Faze are a long way away from their previous form of being the best team in the world. But at IEM Katowice, despite the odds, they reclaimed their glory. And Kerrigan, he kept his promise.
Oh, they lined up. He's actually hit 1+2. He did damage. That's going to drop them down. It's all on Hunter, and it's all over. Twist with the final kill. And Faze finally on the stage in Katowice will take a championship. And you can see what it means to Kerrigan as he falls to his knees.
And why not? What a performance from everyone across Faze. The mastermind himself.